on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going? Welcome to episode number 948 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. Let's see, did the YouTube fix the issue yet, or is it still backwards? I bet it's backwards. Oh yeah, that's backwards. Well, I guess we'll try again tomorrow. Yeah, if you haven't been around for a while, YouTube's app for live streaming was messed up a little over a month ago. On the front facing camera, the image is backwards. So when I go up to a sign like this, see how that's backwards right there? Used to not do that, and many of us YouTubers have reported it to YouTube. The last time this happened was over 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. They took care of it almost right away. This time, they're lagging. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Because it's very, very unprofessional. Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about the lack of professionalism of Trump and in general. So we're not only going to talk about how unprofessional I, along with many others, feel President Donald J. Trump is his lack of professionalism. You know, it's just insane. You know, we're going to talk about unprofessionalism in general, because nowadays, you know, I think, you know, from what I've seen, professionalism has gone out the window. People have become extremely rude, obnoxious, entitled. They become very selfish. And people just don't seem to care. Not everyone, but many people. You know, a large enough of an amount, you know, to where it's been a problem. Many people just don't take other people's feelings, wants, and needs into consideration. Now, if, in case you missed this earlier on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, I also shared the link on the community tab here on GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development. I did a live stream from the studio, first time since the beginning of January. And I was talking about, yes, I know Zelensky was kicked out. You probably missed my live stream, Honky Tonk Man, on the main channel earlier today. It happened about an hour and a half ago. Yeah, Zelensky was kicked out of the White House, yes. We'll talk more about that. That's a huge part of Trump's lack of professionalism. But, yeah, I did a stream. It was titled, you know, Trump and Musk are trolls. And I was also talking about, you know, what's currently happening on social media. The issues on social media. And the issues, you can go watch that stream. It's only about, I think it's 45 minutes long. You can hear me talk about that aspect more in detail. Again, the link to that stream is on the community wall here, which links you to the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development. You know, there's an abundance of right-wingers, at least until about the middle of last year in 2024, the internet was primarily dominated. I'd say 80% of the active audience and creators on the internet, including YouTube and Facebook and other platforms, there's been more of a right-leaning, type of audience. People on the left and down the middle, they've been around, but they just haven't come around in large enough numbers. And the right-wingers have been exploiting the internet to their advantage, spreading tons of fake propaganda and conspiracy theories, and just, excuse me, my apologies. I'm still recovering from a little cold, and I've been taking some Sudafed, and that helps drain all the excess mucus. Anyway, the right-wingers have been, dominating the internet, spreading a bunch of crap that some people believe, others don't. But whether people believe it or not, people tune into that shit. And that's why they do it. Right-wingers put out the most crazy shit on purpose because it gets them attention. They know controversy and conflict gets them attention. And that's how Donald Trump has been running his administration. Everything that Donald Trump has done has been extremely controversial. And, it's just a bunch of BS. Give me a second here. Let me pass by. There are a few people. I don't want to interrupt them. I don't mean to be judgmental, but I those guys, if I had to guess, they're conservative. They're probably Trump supporters. Yes, we have Trump supporters here in California. We do. There are quite a bit of them. But there are more liberals. But even the Trump supporters out here in California, God, I mean, they're just ridiculous. I mean, here's the thing. It's one thing to disagree. It's another thing to attack people because they disagree with you. That's what right-wingers typically do. And then these right-wingers try to come back and say, Eli, well, you're attacking us. No, I'm not attacking you. I'm calling you out on what you're doing. Because you're clearly showing your behavior on the internet. I'm not intentionally coming out here and looking to pick a fight with you right-wingers. All I'm doing is broadcasting the news of your behavior. That's it. Plain and simple. Do you understand that? It's as simple as that. But no, because they have no comeback to myself and others like me that are calling these MAGAs out on their shit, because they have no comeback and they know we're right, they come back and they say that we're attacking them. No. I actually wish you no harm. I wish you the best. I actually wish you MAGAs nothing but the best. Because let me tell you something. Anything that Trump does that affects me will affect you folks as well. If Trump did things that were going to benefit all of us, including myself, including the liberals, nobody would be arguing it. They'd be saying, oh, okay, we're surprised. We expected Trump to be Trump, and he's changed, and he's become a decent dude, and he has everyone's best interest in his head and heart. If that's what he would have done, but he hasn't done that. Instead, he's doubled and tripled down. Like this dude has doubled and tripled down. And his lack of professionalism, which already wasn't there, has further gone down the toilet and the gutter. I talked about this a bit on the main channel earlier. I'll share more about it here now. But the way that Trump and Vance, President Trump and VP, Vice President Vance, attacked President Vladimir Zelensky, who was visiting the White House from Ukraine. The way they attacked Zelensky was the most despicable fucking act of unprofessionalism, hatred, trolling, anything and everything. Including all that. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's all over the media. Now, I watch Chris Como on News Nation. He's on live every night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Actually, Monday through Fridays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then it replays a couple times, 3 hours apart after that. I record it on my DVR, and then my girlfriend Donna and I, we watch it when I'm done with my walk and we're done with our day. I'm looking forward to hearing what Chris has to say, because Chris Como is an independent. Yes, I think he's a registered Democrat, but he's more independent and middle of the road. And honestly, I don't think he likes Trump, and I think he's more left-leaning, but I think, you know, he's identifying himself as independent because he has a similar outlook as I do. You know, he cares about what's best for everyone. And he's not out there attacking Trump just to attack him for any reason. Same with me. I'm not out here to attack Trump, but if the guy keeps doing stupid shit every day that affects myself and all other Americans in this country, and even affects people globally, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Hello, good evening. I cannot pronounce your name, so I won't try to do it. Welcome to the show. If you'd like to share with us how you found out about the channel, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. The lack of professionalism in this modern world, the lack of respect, the lack of courtesy, the lack of empathy is becoming more and more non-existent. And it's even affecting our kids that are growing up with a golden spoon, right? And it basically teaches them behaviors that they're entitled to everything, when no one's entitled to anything besides their opinions, pretty much, right? I spoke to you a few nights ago. You spoke to me under a different account. I don't remember this account. Did you speak to me under a different account and you got banned? And now you're coming back to troll again? I don't remember this account. Same account. I'm from... Oh, you're the good dude from Ireland. Sorry about that. My apologies. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm curious to know, how did you find out about the channel? Did you get recommended one of these videos, or Did other creators make you aware of me? I'm just kind of wondering. I'm just curious to see how people are finding out about the G&A channels here. The YouTube algorithm is a tough nut to crack, and I'm just, I'm looking to see who's being recommended this content and why. I'm just, that's all. But anyway, a woman called Adventure in AZ Dana. Yeah, I haven't kept up with her or any of those. I'm not involved with those drama people. I don't really even talk about them. Somebody told me, and I looked into it briefly, because I really don't care. I guess she hit her channel for a while. Because she actually was getting attacked by some people that have attacked me in the past. And this is the interesting thing. I'll share with you, sir. She seems a nice woman. Well, she can be nice, but sometimes she flips out. She said some things that aren't so nice about me in the past, and I'm not offended by it. I'm just saying, she has her moments. I've actually interviewed her before. The stream I did with her where I interviewed her, I took it down because, her and I ended up having too much of a difference of opinion about other things, and I didn't want to be around people that continuously wanted to talk about these hate groups that had been using us for content and trashing us for years. I just wanted to move away from that. So I don't have any problems with her or anyone. It's just she's a part of a group of people that are not real creators. They're just people out here using YouTube as an outlet and, just looking to vent at anything and everything that they don't like just so they can feel better about themselves. That's all it boils down to, bro. But I appreciate you making me aware. I appreciate your honesty. But yeah, give me a second here. Yeah, she's a right winger too. Like, she's a conservative, a Trump supporter, and the people attacking her are Trump supporters. And it's not the fact that these people are Trump supporters isn't the reason why I dislike them. It's just the way that these people behave, right? They just happen to be Trump supporters, and I'm like, go fucking figure. Their behavior matches up with Trump's behavior. Like attracts like, right? She had her son with her. Well, that's great. I'm happy for her. I wish her nothing but the best, but, I don't talk about those people anymore. I haven't followed them. I have them all blocked everywhere. So does my girlfriend and other people that work closely with me. And whether they're talking about us or not, we really don't care. As far as we're all concerned, they can all go fuck themselves. They took enough money out of my pocket. They've made more money off my content than I have. They're basically similar to Donald Trump. Their behavior is like Trump. They have no empathy unless it's for one of their own. They only care about people. Like, Trump only cares about people that voted for him and stand by him. When he should care about all Americans, these people are the same way. They only care about people that are within their network supporting their same shitty agenda. If you don't agree with these people like 100%, they'll instead use you as content and attack you and exploit you and then extort money from you. Basically take money while rebroadcasting your entire live stream to their audience. And I've gotten to the point, bro, where I'm like, go fucking rebroadcast me all the fuck you want. I'm going to keep moving forward. And you know what? Look, this dude found out about me through your shitty content. I appreciate you being nice and being honest. And I'm just trying to prove a point here that even people that do stupid things and try to trash honest, decent, respectful, reasonable people like myself, it always will backfire. It's one free-for-all promotion when they keep doing what they're doing, or if they keep doing what they're doing. A few of my friends think Trump and Zelensky are just acting. Zelensky is not acting. Trump is kind of acting, and so is Musk, and so is Vance. See, what Trump... I'll go into more detail here because I mentioned this a little bit on my stream earlier on the main channel. If you missed that, check it out. It was from the studio. I do nice quality studio streams every now and then. Links on the community wall here to the main channel, G&A, Genuine Personal Development. Trump and Musk, more so Trump and Musk, but Vance just follows along. He's not as bad, but he's still bad enough. Trump and Musk, they troll people on the internet. They use the internet to spread, just crazy nonsense propaganda, because the people that support Musk and Trump and Vance and Trump's administration, that's what these people do. That's what these people have always done on the internet to get ahead. They spread fake propaganda. They have just crazy nonsense conspiracy theories, right? So Trump, I believe, is marketing to these people, because these people, no disrespect intended, it's just the truth, these people are dumb enough to not only support Trump into office when Trump is going to just destroy everyone, including his own people. These people are going to continue to buy anything and everything that Trump tries to sell them. Trump has an email list. I follow another channel called Midas Touch Network, and their main creator, Ben Melas, he gets the emails from Trump, where Trump is trying to market to the people that are on his list every day, trying to get them to buy something from him. I've never seen any president, while in office, try to basically grift. They call it grifting. I don't know if you understand what that word means. It's basically, he's being like a snake oil salesman to his own supporters. So voting him into office is not enough. Now he wants to get him on an email list, which he has them on an email list, and he's marketing stupid shit to them every day, trying to just make as much money as possible for himself. And he's getting the attention of everyone, including myself and other liberals and other moderates and, people down the middle, right? He's getting the attention of everyone because he's behaving erratically constantly. And see, that's the game a lot of people have played out here on YouTube. You see, I was really triggered on my stream earlier, and I'm still triggered. I'm triggered because these people do dumb, stupid shit on YouTube. They make things up. They attack people for no reason, right? They project their insecurities. They deflect any reasonable questions you ask them. And then, they flip the issue that they're being called out and saying that you're the issue instead. Like they're big fucking hypocrites, right? And then you call them out, and it triggers them, and they start doing more stupid shit. You know why they keep doing stupid shit? Because they cannot beat people like me or other reasonable liberals or moderates or people down the middle that are not MAGA supporters, they cannot beat us in a legitimate debate. We have legitimate questions to ask them, and instead of them being respectful and professional, they attack us because we hit them with a question they don't want to answer, because then they'd be admitting guilt, right? Basically, we back them into a corner because of the stupid shit they keep doing. They need to be backed into a corner. You see, when you back these motherfuckers into a corner and they attack you because they have nothing to say, then you know you've won the argument. Whether they say you've won the argument or not doesn't matter. You know you've won the argument. See, I've learned to accept victory without being told. And I'm not even looking to defeat anyone. But when it comes to these people, they think that they're victorious at everything. They think you being a liberal, you're an automatic loser by default. And I'm coming out here and saying, any one of you MAGAs that think that way can go fuck yourselves, right? And get even more and more triggered, because the triggering is going to be coming to you folks. And, you know, one thing I didn't mention on the previous stream, and let me actually switch to the front camera because it's starting to get dark. I'm going to be doing 3 laps today. One thing I didn't go into that great detail on is that, give me a second here. There was just somebody getting in the car there, and they were on crutches, so I wanted to give them some peace. Yeah, what I didn't go into that great detail on, I mentioned a bit about, you know, the overall internet and how it's affected by Trump and Musk trolling, and how Trump and Musk trolling is pretty much identical to how most right-wingers, whether they create content or just consumers of content, it's identical. Their behavior is identical to how these right-wingers, again, whether they've created content or not, have been behaving on YouTube for the last 7 to 10 years. And that's because, you know, that's the biggest group of people out here. And, you know, it's very easy to trigger these people. It's gotten to the point for me right now where it's like I've never been the kind of person that likes to antagonize people, meaning intentionally, you know, try to get a reaction from them. But I'm at the point right now that if I can antagonize them, so be the fuck it. They've been doing that shit for the last 10 years. And they're getting all the attention, making all the money with their stupid, shitty content, right? While degrading my content, using my content as their content. And because, you know, the largest group of people on the internet are these dumb motherfuckers. Dumb, uneducated, just, you know, nonsensical type of people are out here, and that's the type of content that they enjoy. These people like it when people fight. They like it when, you know, there's harm involved to the other side. Like, these people seriously are all for violence. Because I'll tell you this, I could bet you the farm and then some that I can get on a live stream panel with any one of these people here in the US that are MAGAs, and I bet you I could trigger them and get them to flip the fuck out in less than 5 minutes. To the point of where they would be calling me cuck, liberal sack of shit, libtard, and they would be criticizing me, saying stupid shit about my family, my girlfriend. This is what these people do. When they can't beat you logically, when they can't beat you brain to brain, they try to degrade you and defame your character. Better word for it is they try to character assassinate you because they got nothing else in their noggin. There's nothing upstairs for these people to come back at someone like me with. And I'm not just talking about myself. There are many other people that have intelligence and are reasonable like myself. Doesn't someone using your content get you more publicity though? Yes, but it depends. This group of people where you found out about me from, there's really no upside there for me. The majority of them are haters. The majority of them are haters that would never support my content, would never donate anything to the channel, and are not willing to recommend their friends to watch my channel. Now, sometimes someone like you will come across these channels and you're an innocent bystander and you just came across a channel and like you said, you came across, Dana's Adventure in AZ channel. Hating you just for being a liberal is nasty. Well, that's how these people are. That's how the MAGA Trump supporters are. I could sit there and even agree with some stuff with these MAGAs, and they would still trash talk me because I'm slight left liberal, more so down the middle, right? And that's because there's nothing upstairs, bro. Like, these people are scum of the earth. They're trashy people. I've said it before. Like, honestly, I'm at a point right now where I am done staying silent. I am done being run over by these people on and off of YouTube. Lots of people are on the left. Yeah, there are. Here's the thing, dude. The truth of the matter is, there's pretty much an equal amount of people on the left and the right here in the U.S. Okay? The problem is the majority of the people on the left have not actively been participating on the internet for the last 10 years. So basically, you had a 1-to-5 ratio. 1 liberal for every 5 conservatives on the internet. That's how it's been. Now, I see those numbers are shifting. From what I've seen since the middle of last year, 2024, throughout now, so for almost the last year, I've seen that number go up from 1 out of every 5 people on the internet are liberals compared to conservatives. Now it's 2 out of every 5 people. So it's still not a level playing field. But it's become more fair. And it's about to reach an equal playing field. So you're looking at now about 60% of the active audience is conservative and 40% is liberal. So a lot of the liberals started to say, well, shit, we got to get out there and start talking because we're being destroyed. We're being destroyed on the internet. And that's where most people are at. See, the liberals were thinking, we need to focus more on mainstream media, also known as legacy media, right? Well, one of the main reasons why my Harris lost the election is because she was more focused on the legacy mainstream media, and she didn't focus enough energy on social media. Social media is where it's at. And I've been saying this for the last 15 years. I've been on social media for about 15 years. Longer than that with MySpace, but the last 15 years ago is right about when the big wave of social media started to overtake other media, such as newspapers, such as mainstream media, legacy media and stuff. I still watch some stuff on regular TV. But I spend most of my time on social media. That's where everyone is at. And even the people on the left that haven't been actively participating, and what I mean by actively participating is either commenting on YouTube, watching videos, or creating content, or going on Facebook and commenting and posting, right? Before that, the liberals were there, but all they were doing was watching. And they were saying, wow, we don't like what's happening to Eli and other people that are calling out the MAGAs or calling out the other side. They're getting attacked, they're getting doxxed, they're getting harassed, they're going through all this shit, right? That's why they weren't talking. But now, they're saying, look, us being silent is hurting everyone, not just us. It's hurting other people that have been out there that are just like us, just trying to level things off with the conversation. But they're so outnumbered because we're not talking that they're really not getting anywhere. And that's the truth of the matter, man. That's the truth of the matter. I've seen this. I've been actively creating on YouTube for 7 years. Every now and then I'll take a little break. I took my biggest break ever and almost didn't come back last month. But I enjoy this. I love YouTube. I love helping people. I love uplifting people. I love sharing my stories of how I messed up in a lot of aspects of life and how I turned things around. It's about motivating, inspiring, and uplifting people. It's about having empathy for people. That's what I've always been about. But a lot of these MAGAs, they don't have any empathy. They say they do, right? Now, you call them, spineless, and you tell them that they're lacking empathy, and they're like, how could I be lacking empathy when, I was empathetic to this person and that person? Well, this is the thing. These MAGAs have empathy for people that are completely 100% in alignment with everything they say and do. They're the same political party, right? So these MAGAs, a lot of them, they don't have genuine general empathy for everyone, regardless of their political views and other aspects, right? They're very discriminatory regarding who they choose to be empathetic towards or not. That's the main issue right there, right? Someone that is truly an empath and has empathy for people has empathy for everyone, regardless of their beliefs or political party choice, etc., right? While I may not like most of what these MAGAs say and do, I still have empathy for them because I know deep down inside they're being brainwashed, they're being led to believe a pipe dream. And I feel sorry for them. More than anything, I feel sorry for them. The politics in Ireland now, it's crazy. Ireland is turning into Africa. Why do you say that? Like, what's going on in your neck of the woods? Because here's the thing, the truth of the matter is politics are politics, right? I had to wait for that big Escalade to pass by me. Politics are politics. And what matters the most is, whoever's running the administration in any particular country, like our administration here is Donald J. Trump. Go ahead. Whoever's running the administration in that particular country is going to set the tone, of, how society is, right? How things are in that country. So politics can be good or bad depending on who's leading the way. When you have a Donald Trump here in the US or Vlad Putin in Russia, basically these are two authoritarian type of leaders that are dictators, right? They're pretty much like modern day Hitlers, right? At least that's what Trump is trying to be. Putin pretty much has established himself as a dictator and a Hitler and an authoritarian. Trump is trying to become one. He'll never get there because, let me tell you this, if I know one thing about Americans, if I know one fucking thing about Americans, is that we flip on a dime. Listen to me carefully. We flip on a dime, meaning that, like, we will turn on our own people in a heartbeat if they're no longer beneficial to us in some way, shape, or form, or if they're creating more harm or if they're, like I said, if they're creating more harm for us than good for us. That's what I'm trying to say. So, again, even people we support, we'll flip on them on a dime if, they're not serving us in the ways that we feel we need to be served anymore, or if what they're doing is bad and that outweighs the good. When the bad outweighs the good, people will flip. That's why you're starting to see Trump's own supporters that voted for him have started to flip on him. Right? They're starting to see, is this a joke of a presidency, of an administration? Is this a joke? Like, the dude picked the fight with the president of Ukraine that he invited to the White House to negotiate stuff, right? So he invites him there, and then he picks a fight, and then Donald Trump is such a weak bastard. He's such a pathetically weak person. He acts all tough, but he's weak. See, Donald Trump is only as strong as his supporters. He's not a man that stands on his own. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I don't have the biggest following here, but I keep going every day because I believe in myself. I'm a man that stands on my own. I will walk every day and broadcast live, even if no one is fucking watching. Right? But Trump, without the spotlight, without everyone tuning in to watch him, if the spotlight is off of him even for one day, he starts going crazy. So he has to think of the next craziest thing to do to get attention. And then he had the nerve at the end of that meeting with Putin that was broadcast live, which a lot of people were saying they shouldn't have broadcast that. They should have talked that way behind the scenes. Trump intentionally did that because he knew that was going to get him more attention, right? He was the star of the show The Apprentice for 15 years. So he knows what it takes to keep all eyes on him. He also knows that publicity is publicity. Bad publicity is good publicity. Good publicity is good publicity. You get it, right? It's attention, right? But the bad started to outweigh the good with Trump, even to his own people. When the things that Trump is doing is going to slash Medicaid and food stamps and other just extremely necessary programs that almost 100 million Americans depend on. What do you think is going to happen? Right? And he's trying to blame all of this shit on Biden and the past, administration from any president that was, Democratic, right? Any liberal past president, right? Biden, Obama, etc., right? When the truth of the matter is the majority of people, this is where Trump doesn't think, right? Either he's not thinking or doesn't care. Either he just says, look, I'm going to go and troll everyone right now. I'll probably lose all my supporters eventually, but for right now, I got to do something crazy and stupid on the internet and on regular TV every day, so that way I can get more people on my email list and sell them everything under the sun before they all flip on me. Because the majority of people that are on Medicaid and food stamps are from red states in the Midwest and the South. And these people know it. These people are dependent on that money for survival. And Trump's trying to say, well, get a job, this, that. Well, a lot of them are disabled. A lot of them can't work. A lot of them have limited capabilities, right? They got these benefits for a reason because they qualified for them. Now he wants to change how you qualify for these benefits, which would disqualify people that can't work and then can't qualify for these benefits that were created for people that primarily can't work or people that, are struggling to get a good job, right, etc. So the majority of the people that are going to be affected by the dumb shit that Trump is doing are his own people. And I said even the other day when I walked, I was saying, hey, look, I'm here in California. I'm not on Medicaid. No one in my family is on Medicaid or Medicare or Medi-Cal here in California. None of that. All right? So I'm not affected by it. None of this stuff's going to affect me. But just because it doesn't affect me doesn't mean I don't care about people that it will affect. You see, this is the difference between myself and also including, along with myself, other liberals and people down the middle. This is the difference between us and the MAGAs, is that we care about how you're going to suffer based on what Trump is doing that you're too ignorant to fucking see. Right? Let me switch to the front. But as more and more of these things get changed, and more of these MAGAs are affected by the shitty things that Trump is doing and will continue to do, these people are going to flip on him. In 2026, when midterms happen, I can tell you that things are going to flip. Things are going to flip in Congress. You're going to see it's going to be predominantly blue, because by that point, if Trump continues trolling us and doing the stupid shit he's doing every single day, if he continues to do that every day until that point for the next, like year and 10 months, then number one, I'd be amazed. And number two, he will have already done an incredible amount of damage that's going to have to be fixed during the last 2 years of his administration, which, we're going to flip back to Congress being blue. And then once Trump is out of office, if he doesn't, change things to allow him to run for an unlimited amount of terms, which that's never going to happen. But who knows? I'll tell you this, if somehow Trump is able to change, term limits, I just don't think myself or most other people are going to be able to handle a third Trump term. Like, honestly, if he somehow was able to get back in for a third term, I'd probably move to Canada. I have Canadian citizenship thanks to my father. He used to live there. He got myself, my mother, my brother Canadian citizenship. I can easily get Don Canadian citizenship. And then we'll just move to Canada. And we'll just hang out with Trudeau. And we'll just tell Trudeau, that man, what a piece of shit that Trump is, trying to make this beautiful country the 51st state. And then he calls you Governor Trudeau. This motherfucker has no shame. Like, the bottom line is, most of what he's doing is trash talk just to keep the spotlight on him. He's an internet fucking troll. He is. He's a fucking troll in real life and a troll on the internet. He knows how to say things that are going to crawl under people's skin, predominantly the opposite side. The liberals and, the independents, the moderates, the non-MAGAs, right? But again, you're starting to see some people that voted for Trump turn on him. And I believe it's going to continue to happen. And I think come 2026, next year, when hold on a second, when Congress flips back to being controlled by the Democrats, I have no doubt in my mind that there's going to be another impeachment attempt. Now, Trump's been he was impeached twice in his first term, and it didn't fly. Who knows if it'll fly this time or not, but I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to try to impeach him. He needs to be impeached. And I'm not saying this to ridicule people that support him. He's hurting even you folks too. MAGAs, this guy is hurting you. You folks are not seeing it. You folks have become the laughingstock of the liberals. You guys make fun of us, but we make fun of you because you're stupid. And there's no other way to say it. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, look, you're stupid. You're flat out stupid for buying all this horse shit. The stock market has gone down tremendously since Trump got in the office. 401k plans, investment plans, hey, we've all been hit, right? Fortunately for me, I have mutual funds and it hasn't been as bad, but trust me, we've all taken a hit. You're hearing Trump say, oh, Biden, the economy was shitty under Biden, it's great under me. It's quite the opposite. You can't listen to what Trump says. You got to look to see what's actually happening. You got to look to see what he does, and you've got to see what's actually happening compared to what he says. The other day, I posted that Tesla stock went down 8%, and then the very next day, it went down another 4%. And I had a couple MAGAs on my Facebook respond to that posting and say, this is a lie. This is a part of the deep state. Are you fucking kidding me? Go to Google and check out the stock market for yourself. This is how dumb, this is how just undeniably dumb these people are. You can throw legitimate actual proof right in front of their face, and then they'll say, well, Google servers were hijacked, or the stock market put out fake numbers to, do this or that. Like the conspiracy theories. I mean, those aren't even good conspiracy theories. Those are just dumb responses from dumb people. Dumb, ignorant people. There's no other way to put it. I'm trying to be nice, but how else can I say it? How else can you say something that's just so ignorant and dumb and obvious, right? I'm here at Red Morton Park, right? You see the lights. This is Red Morton Park. There's signs that say Red Morton Park. And these motherfuckers would say, Eli's not really at Red Morton Park. That's a green screen, or that's, part of the deep state, or it's an illusion of where he's at. Or you see the crazy things that go woo, 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 woo in their head, right? That's how Trump is thinking. I've lost trust in all politicians. I wouldn't say I've lost trust in all politicians. Here's the thing. I've never been, and was it Kumni, I think is what it is. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. I've never been a big fan of the right. I've never been a big fan of, remember when, both Bushes were in office, the George Bush era times 2, the Ronald Reagan era, right? I've never been a big fan of the Republican Party, but it has never been as bad as Trump. All other Republican, I honestly, right now, I would rather have anyone in office on the left or right than Trump. If Reagan was still alive, I'd say bring Reagan back. If any of the Bushes were still alive, bring them back. Because the Bushes were not the greatest presidents, especially young son Bush. So let's just call him that. But he had one term, and he was the most laughed at president. He was acting pretty stupid, but he never did the shit that Trump did, right? Like right now, honestly, I would prefer to have anyone on the left, the right, or down the middle in office than Donald Trump. How in the world did this motherfucker that doesn't give a rat's ass about anyone convince nearly half the country? He won because of the Electoral College vote, but still, he pretty much got about half the votes, right? How was he able to convince enough people, not once, but twice, to vote him in? Does that tell you something? Does that tell you something? Is that people can be easily swayed. They can be easily swayed if you have enough money to get your message out to them and you reach them. So you have to have a promising message, whether it's truthful or not, and then it has to reach those people. You know how Donald Trump reached those people this time? Elon Musk spent almost $300 million to get him reelected. And other people, donated a good amount of money. And Trump, between Truth Social, Twitter X, once he got Elon on his side, Elon was promoting him on Twitter X for free. Trump had Truth Social already, right? And then you got the mainstream media buying all those ads, buying ads on YouTube, buying ads. You know where Trump was hitting people? He was hitting people on Rumble. Like every second commercial on Rumble was on Trump. Buy the Trump lighter, buy the Trump MAGA hat, buy Trump whatever. Like this dude. This dude's like the biggest spammer and scammer and grifter I've ever seen. Now listen, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with selling merchandise, and there's nothing wrong with running a business. But when you're the president of the U.S., you've got to shift the focus away from your other businesses and focus on the presidency. Because if you don't, it's going to obviously appear like it's all about yourself and you're just trying to line your own pockets. Right? You're doing things in office to further benefit you and line your pockets. And you're leading the people that voted for you to believe that you're going to line theirs, and you're dangling carrots in front of them by lying to them. And eventually, when they have enough carrot dangling, they're going to realize that you were full of shit, and they're going to start to walk away. That's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. We've got 20 people here. I appreciate the 20 people that are here. Folks, I'm really making a valid effort between myself, my lady will be back doing content with me soon, and some other people. I'm really making a valid effort, and I put out a ton of content and put my heart and soul into it. And we could use your support, even your monetary support. We really want to keep doing this full time. And so if you feel it in your heart and soul that you're getting value for whatever reason, please consider hitting the super chat or the super sticker. Hit the $sign at the bottom of your chat there. If you're on the replay, you're going to have the super thanks heart there. You can donate through the Google system, or you can donate through Cash App or PayPal. The links are in the description, and also Nightbot in the chat. while we're live and on the replay is sharing my Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes. We really would appreciate your support. We would appreciate you sharing us out, liking the video, sharing it out, making all of your friends aware that you have a place here that truly cares about you. What we do primarily is we teach personal development with an emphasis on personal improvement. We talk about politics because many people don't understand politics. They don't understand how much it affects everyone. And if you're someone that doesn't talk about politics and you think they don't affect you, think again. When your gas prices go up, your eggs are sky high right now. But when your gas prices keep going up, right? When your grocery prices keep going up, when your other household goods keep going up, especially if these tariffs that Trump keeps dangling on a fucking carrot trying to manipulate people, this is what this motherfucker does. He tries to manipulate people. He tries to use scare tactics, which can work initially, but you see, all these people that he did this shit to during his first term, 8 years ago, have learned Trump's methods. And now, instead of caving to Trump's threats, they're saying, hey, if you want to put 25% fucking tariffs on my country, we'll just put it back at you. But then Trump comes back and says, well, if they put tariffs on our stuff, then we'll put tariffs on theirs, right? Well, isn't that what they said, Trump? Aren't you just repeating? Aren't you just repeating what these people called you out on? Trump is a hypocrite. Trump is he just says whatever comes to mind at the moment, good, bad, or indifferent. He just runs his mouth all day, every day. It doesn't have to make sense. All it has to do is get attention and traction. That's what it's all about. That's the name of the game. So like Chris Como says on News Nation, don't look at what he says. Don't fall for the trap, right? Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Look at what he does. Does anyone think, at least from the left, that he's going to... Excuse me a second. Give me a second here. Let me switch to the... Hold on. I think we're unmuted. Does anyone think for a second he's actually going to place tariffs? He knows those tariffs would destroy the country. Right? The last time he gave a deadline and then he extended that deadline. Now he's given another deadline, right? For the tariffs, right? You know, scare tactics are only going to work maybe once or maybe twice, right? You see, certain things that you do are only going to work until you show your cards. And when you show your cards enough and people start to see a pattern and they figure out your pattern, anytime you try to play those same cards down the road, people are gonna say you're full of shit. This is bullshit. Right? That's exactly what happens. Right now, that's what Trump is dealing with. Trump is dealing with people calling out his shit. No one is falling for his shit, right? Not Trudeau in Canada, not Zelensky in Ukraine, not the president of Mexico. I can't remember her name. It's that woman. I can't remember her name. Sorry about that. Right? Not even Putin. Trump's trying to kiss Putin's ass. And not even Putin's falling for that shit. He's laughing in his face. And then he's trying to blame, Zelensky for not befriending Putin. Instead, Trump is saying Zelensky is calling Putin a dictator, and and a bad person and blah, 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 right? Trump, that's what he is. Putin, I don't know, he's a bigger piece of shit than you, at least for the time being. But you're not that far behind. You and Putin are a lot alike. Like, I've just never seen any administration like this. This is just, to be honest with you, it's rather fascinating. I can't stand it, but at the same time, it's rather fascinating because it's so ridiculous. It's something to talk about. And that's exactly what Trump wants. And that's what's flooding the internet right now. That Zelensky is an actor in real life. I didn't know Zelensky is he an actor in the Ukraine? Is he? Is he actually an actor? Ronald Reagan was a B actor. I mean, he wasn't a mainstream actor. Ronald Reagan was a B actor. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, presidents come from everywhere. Yeah, a real actor. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Zelensky is a very humble man. And actually, I like the way he dresses. I mentioned this on the other show from the studio earlier, but I'll say it again. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a right-wing extremist congressperson, her boyfriend happened to be at the White House today and basically trash talked Zelensky for not wearing suits. And I'm like, I actually respect the fact that he's not wearing a suit because this is 2025. He's not dressed bad. He's business casual, and I respect him more for that. Right? Now, if he wanted to wear a suit, that's cool. If he wants to wear business casual, that's cool. Now, if he showed up in sweats and a t-shirt, I'd have a problem with that. But he's not. But I can't believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend, who no one knew of before today, maybe this was his pathetic attempt to be known, right? Maybe he's going to start a YouTube channel now and get 100,000 subscribers out of the gate because of running his mouth at the White House and attacking a visiting president whose country has been under attack and siege by Russia, one of the worst countries on the planet in the way it's run, right? So this guy is there more so attacking his wardrobe than saying, hey, dude, we know what you're going through. Thank you for coming all this way. This is how fucked up and stupid these right-wingers, these MAGAs are. It's like, this is why I can't stand these motherfuckers. Not because you're fucking on the right, because you're fucking stupid. Because you people are so, you are so out of touch with reality, right? You're such miserable people. You hate yourself so much that you got to try to take everyone else down with you, that you perceive to be a better person than you. I like the outfit. Sorry, I like the one called Newsom. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, Gavin Newsom is my governor here in California. Donald Trump calls him Gavin Newscum. You know, like a scumbag. Have you heard the phrase scumbag? Right? So Donald Trump has always called Gavin Newsom Gavin Newscum. It's funny, but it's stupid, and I respect Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's going to be president one day, and when Newsom gets into office, I could bet everything that everything will change for the better. Newsom is one of the most reasonable, decent men Like we need Newsom in office. We need Newsom to run the country like he runs California. He's done a damn good job. And all Trump has done is criticize him for these fires. Trump's saying, whoa, we had all this extra water. Trump, that's not the point. There's no magical spigot to send water from Northern California to Southern California. And you got to understand that the water, they had plenty of water. It's just that the system can't handle the amount of water they needed. No system in the world was made to handle that type of need for water, because we've never seen fires like that. And then I think, from what I heard, is that Trump forced California to release like some major reservoir. They dumped a bunch of water that didn't do shit, and that water was there as a reserve for the farmers in the summer, and that water's not going to be there. Like, this is all dumb shit that's costing us money and hurting us in other ways. Anyway, start getting your final questions, comments, concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just a few minutes. I look forward to watching Chris Como tonight. I want to hear what he said about the performance at the White House today. I call it a performance because that's what it was. Trump and Vance, they set up Zelensky. They set him up. They purposefully did this. I gotta tell you, I'm at the point right now where I'm really ashamed of our country right now. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed for the way our executive branch is treating people and doing things. You need to get a job in the White House, I think. No. I'm a retired insurance broker. I'm not retired overall yet, but this is what I just want to do to help people. I want to be reasonable. I want to share thoughts. I want to uplift people. Help people resolve issues. That's what we do here. Personal development, personal improvement. The more you know, the better you can be, right? Knowledge is power. Knowledge is king and queen, right? You see, I add the word queen because nowadays, women have always been equal in my eyes, but not in the world's eyes. So nowadays, I'll say knowledge is king and queen, right? Or queen and king, because it's about ladies first if you're going to be a proper, polite gentleman, right? But anyway, thank you, sir, for being here. Kumi, I think so, right? Lingus. 17 in the box, 3 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Got a lot of love for all of you. I'll be back tomorrow, probably for just a walk tomorrow. But soon I'm going to be doing a stream from the studio where I'm a woman, LOL. Okay. Oh, you're a woman. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, wonderful. Wonderful. You're a woman. That's wonderful. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. My apologies. I'm going to be doing a stream from the studio, hopefully over the weekend, if not sometime next week, where I'm going to be going over comments on my Facebook page, and you're going to see how ridiculous a lot of these MAGAs have been, unreasonable. You're going to see it right with your own 2 eyes. Are you going to do a show with hot facts? Honky Tonk Man? I don't know. I'd love to do a show with hot facts. Robert has taken some time away as well. Hot facts with Robert Reese, a good friend of mine who lives in Southern California. I met him a few years ago when I briefly Did some driving for DoorDash and Uber Eats to make a little extra money. He's a part of the gig economy, and he's taken off some time. He's taken some time off lately. But yeah, I need to reach out to him. He knows I'm back on YouTube after taking a 6-week break, a month and a half break. And yeah, I'd love to do a show with him. Let all the trolls in, let them all come in, let them all talk shit, whatever. From this point on, it's game on. You want to play? Let's come play, right? But you better bring your A game. And, if you're going to character assassinate, then we'll just say, fuck you. You're not worth it. Bye-bye, right? This is the problem with a lot of these MAGAs and conservatives. So when you defeat them with your brain, then they try to character assassinate you, right? They start doing stupid shit because they can't defeat you with logic and reasoning, right? They're that dumb. Anyway, just my opinion. What does gig economy stand for? Well, gig is another word for a job. It's like a side hustle, like a secondary or third job, right? We call those gigs here. Like bands that play music, will say, they'll say, yeah, I got a gig at this theater, right? Now, when you're working these apps that are like DoorDash and Uber and Instacart and Walmart Spark and Grubhub and all of them, right? They're called gig apps, meaning that each one of them is a different gig job, like side hustle, side job, not your regular job, side job to make a little extra money. Now, some people do it full time for a living. I would never do that type of work for a living. It's so unpredictable. But that's what it is. It's like a side job, pretty much. Side hustle, side job. All right. With that being said, folks, have a good one. Take care. We're at 82 minutes, an hour and 22 minutes. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, please be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.